The art challenges the technology, and the technology inspires the art. Good morning to one and all present here. I'm Tanya from BCA, and I take immense pleasure in inviting all of you to a national level workshop on Generative AI Accelerator in association with Institutions Innovation Council, a 2-day workshop that helps you experiment with your innovative skills. At the onset, I would like to welcome our respected chairman, Dr. Mohan Mangnani, in absentia. I'm extremely elated to welcome our beloved Executive Director, Mrs. Kirti Mangnani, in absentia. I'm also pleased to welcome our Principal, Dr. Baswaraj Biradar, who is a passionate leader who strives to improve our college. I deem it my privilege to welcome the head of the department, Ms. Hilaria. And it is my privilege to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Raghu Prasad, an extremely intellectual personality. I would also like to welcome all the faculty members of the Computer Science Department and the teaching and the non-teaching staff. And of course, a welcome to all the young tech geniuses. Light is the symbol of knowledge and awareness. Now I request the dignitaries to light the lamp.
Rise. For a moment, rise all of you. For a moment. Excuse me. For a moment, rise.
Thank you, dignitaries. We have a very esteemed guest for today, Mr. Raghu Prasad, who is the founder and CEO of Kaushalya Technologies. Sir is currently building artificial intelligence agent platforms to facilitate learning for students and IT professionals. He has overall 29 years of work experience in IT and skill development. Sir was a lecturer in engineering college for 7 years before switching to IT profession. He is a corporate trainer and a motivational speaker. It doesn't stop here. Sir is a professional yoga trainer and has trained more than 5,000 people in yoga as a free service to the society. He has given speeches in All India Radio, cycle day events in Bengaluru, and institutions like Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research. We are elated to have you, sir. Now I request our principal, sir, to felicitate our guest. Thank you, dignitaries. Now I request our guest Mr. Raghu to address the gathering.
Good morning to everyone. So, respected principal, HOD, the staff of the computer science department, and the supporting staff, and all the students who I come to know that you have come from different places. So, a very warm welcome to this generative AI workshop. And nowadays, like like generative AI or AI is a buzzword, right? AI is a buzzword. So, understanding AI and learning AI is very important. See, now with the AI advancements, what is happening in last 10 years, this is one of the technological marvel. So we are living in. It is glad that we are living in this particular era. Earlier also a lot of things has happened, but the way industry is growing with AI is tremendous. And as you know, like AI is not new. It started way back in 1950s only. But why it is becoming so great now, or because of three reasons. One is, for AI to work, we should have the data, right? So nowadays we have all the digitized data. And as a human being, we are consuming data, we are producing data, right? You make one reel and then you buy something from Amazon, right? You write one blog, you create one video, or you comment in some LinkedIn, right? We are all creating the data. So one is the data is available, tremendous data is available because of the explosion in the internet. Everyone is having the internet in our pocket, right? So this is the first reason why AI is booming. The second reason is the computing power, right? So for AI to boom, we should have the computing power. So earlier, like we were very much limited to our desktop or laptop or maybe server in organization is buying. So now with the cloud computing, we have better servers, and then you need not to spend a lot of money, just pay as you use, right? So as a student, you want to explore and experiment, it is becoming cheaper and cheaper. Earlier it was not like that. You have to put a lot of money to do all these things. That is the second thing. So second thing is the computing power. Third one is the open source. So nowadays it is not the one who is having a proprietary software is becoming very predominant. Now there is the open source and lot of communities there. And because of these three reasons, nowadays the AI is booming. So when we started off with the AI, what we were doing typically, we are doing either some classification or regression. What is the classification? Suppose if I have a MRI scan, so the machine, can I use a machine to predict something, whether this MRI scan is having, suppose a brain scan, something of that sort, is it having a tumor or not? That's what we used to do. That is called as the classification, right? Or other kind of problem is regression. What is regression? Predicting the price of something. Let us say, what would be the price of Infosys share in the next week? That is the prediction. Or what would be the price of Nvidia's share in the next week? That is the prediction, right? Either we were using it for just for the classification and regression problem, and the third problem is the clustering. So while we were doing so in 2017, one paper published by Google researchers called "Attention is All You Need" came in. So that changed the world. That changed the world. So far, the AI was used for these kind of things only. So with this, the AI could generate the next one. AI could generate the next sentence. AI could write a poem for you, right? AI could generate an image for you. AI could generate a video for you. So that is what we call it as the generative AI, right? We are generating something new or something different, right? That is when things started moving. And with that particular paper, even though it was published by the Google researcher, Google was, like Google is the top technology company, and but still, when it comes to the generative AI, it is the open AI which was ahead of Google, and it has gone through all these research paper, and they published GPT models, right? The GPT-3, Chat GPT came in, So then things have changed. So ChatGPT came in, right? Things have changed, and the people, all the people started using the ChatGPT. Till the time it was in a research labs only. Some people were doing and all. When it is given to the common people, right? Common people like us. So we started using the generative AI, and then it started becoming really great. So once this has started, then lot of race with the top companies, right? Top companies in the world, they started doing this. As a student, what you can do, like you are all, I understand you are all in BCA. By the time you come out of the BCA, whatever you studied now, right? Suppose you are just studying web development or like data analytics and all. If you go to any of these tools, you can generate the code in no time, right? Suppose I wanted to develop a website, so just you use a proper prompt and you say I want to generate a website for this purpose. This code is generated in no time. Code is generated, right? You are all aware. So if the code is generated like that, what is the future about you? Are we going to lose the job, or are we? Do I have to do something? So this is where the workshops like this will help you. The people who are going to adopt, the people who are going to learn the new technology, people who are going to implement, there is no problem for them. The people who are not adopting to the technology, right? The people who are not using the technology, there is a problem for them. So that is what I wanted to tell you. So as the new technology is emerging, maybe something is there in the syllabus, that's fine. Bangalore University has kept something in the syllabus, but colleges like New Horizon College, they wanted to give something new, right? I think that's the reason they have organized this particular workshop. So this would help you in terms of understanding what is that you have to learn, right? Other than your regular Python, Java, JavaScript and all web development, what is that new thing you have to learn so that you can be someone. There is a lot of races there, right? So how can you be top 10% of the people in that particular race? So this is where this workshop will help. And anything is starts with the fundamentals, right? You should know the fundamentals of generative AI, how things are happening, and then how do we use it, what kind of applications can be built, what kind of application can I build for a college, what kind of application I can build for the society, or how I can make anyone's life easier. So this is where the generative AI helps. So with this, lot of projects you can do, right? Lot of internship you can do in this emerging technology. Otherwise, earlier you used to do all those library management system or like hospital management system, only those kind of things, right? Now the things have changed, and learning has become easy. Learning has become easy because lot of contents are there, but how do you use those content in a proper way? That is where a lot of things are there in the workshop, I mean in the YouTube or in any other courses and all, but how do you use them in a systematic way to achieve your goals? So that is what is very important. So in India, as you know, if you look at the IT industry in India, last 20 years, for 25 years, they have grown tremendously well, right? They are growing at a rate of 30% on an average, right? Some companies has grown 200%, 300% in terms of the revenue, in terms of the number of people whom they recruit. Now suddenly you hear the news, right? So TCS never laid off a single person during COVID also. They are the last company to lay off, right? They laid off 12,000 people, right? Recently Amazon also laid off. I'm not like making you fear about all these things, but if you learn these things, you can stand up. You can stand up and you can see how your career can be progress. Definitely, from the company perspective, there may be 10 people who are in a project who are going to do a project earlier. Now with the AI, two people may be enough to do that project, right? It may be you may be the two person, you may be those 2%, right? If you learn the right technology, using it right way, experimenting, exploring, and making your hearts your hand dirty. Making your hand dirty means you have to explore and experiment. That is the reason all the top, what you can call it as the top companies, like maybe OpenAI or like Google, or they are having their own models, generative models and all, and they are giving free, right? They are giving free for the Indians. Why they are giving for the free for the Indians? Because of our population, right? Because of our population, the you start using it. That means you are training the model more and more, right? Those who are having Airtel mobile phone, right? Airtel connection. Obviously, I think already you know Perplexity is free for you. I think you are all using Perplexity. Gemini is, I think Gemini is tied up with Geo, right? And just today, yesterday, this has started, right? ChatGPT is free for at least for 1 year. So you have to make use of that. You have to make use and learn in a proper way so that it would help you. So now the companies which are having a lot of money are winning the race. We think so, okay? So Nvidia is winning the race because they are having a chip, right? They are having the chip. And Nvidia as a company, the GD, the like if you consider the revenue is more than 95% of the countries in the world. What is that? Nvidia's revenue is more than 95% of the countries in the world, including India. So they are passing 5 trillion. If that is the case, what is happening into India? India IT is the one like main source for everyone, and the youth are getting the job from the IT. So still there are a lot of opportunities. What are a lot of opportunities? Like to customize use this generative AI, customize for an organization. Like for example, there may be a requirement for this organization, like New Horizon College of Engineering. They won't give their data to the ChatGPT, right? Or they don't give the data to this because that is private data. So there is a lot of opportunity to build a customized application for enterprises, for education, for any business, right? We have to build a customized application. That is where you have a lot of opportunity. You see Zoho. Zoho is there, right? Zoho, you may be knowing the Zoho. Zoho is developing a customized, what you can call it as a model for their customers. Similarly, all top companies are developing customized application which would make their end user use these tools and make their life better. So you have a lot of plenty of opportunity. At the same time, opportunities for those people who learn the new things and who implement and then who make use of this. Okay, so that is what I wanted to tell you, and I take this opportunity to thank the management, principal, HOD ma'am, and all the staff and teaching and non-teaching for inviting me, and hopefully we will be having a wonderful 2 days of workshop.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our principal sir to address the gathering.
Okay, very good morning. So first of all, I would like to say thanks to our resource person today, Raghu sir, and he's going to take you 2 days tour. Okay, you should feel as a tour. Okay, you have to enjoy next 2 days from now till tomorrow evening. You have to enjoy and you have to spend some time and concentrate on more on the workshop rather than using mobile phone. Okay, now sir has told you 3 options. Why you have to learn AI? Anyone can tell me what are 3 options? Why we have to learn AI generative tool? He has mentioned 3 things. Can you explain me any 3 points? What are 3 points? Any student? Just now, I think 5 minutes before. What are those 3 points? Why we have to study generative AI?
Tremendously increasing data, computing power.
Who was that? Still anyone? Still anyone?
So customizing models.
No. This is the problem with the youth, the young generation. This is the major problem. You are all physically sitting here. I know one is mentally present in the classroom. No one is present mentally here. Everybody is sitting physically. I can see your eyes. I can see your face. I am seeing and watching. And you guys are physically here. Mentally, you guys are not here. This is a major problem. Please accept your mistakes. When you go any place, not only in this hall, in the workplace, or wherever you go across the world. Maybe you are at home. You have to be physically and mentally have to present your place. Most of the people, sir, has told the layoff. Why the companies are doing layoff? Only the reason because people are not connected to the system. When your mother is serving food, you are not focusing on food. You are having something different. You are thinking something. The process is your brain is processing something else, and you are not having proper food, which is not going to be help your body. What kind of vitamins you require, you are not getting. You got the point? Digestion is not happening properly in your body. If food and digestion happen properly, then you get all vitamins what exactly required. You get a strength. I think won't get a strength. Tomorrow you want to survive in industry. What do you require? You need to require a strength. What strength is required? You have to connect to the industry. What exactly the industry expectation? Industry expectation is very high now. So as sir mentioned, you have to always connect to the industry, the requirement, this is the demand. Now current industry demands who are very good at generating AI and who can customize the application instead of taking a week time, they can able to cover up in do it in one day or 2 days. You got my point? The generative AI which will help you to in order to instead of requesting somebody. Now earlier days what happened if I don't know the coding, I don't know, I have to write the logic. So I have to take the help from the friends, I have to take the help from the others. Always you try to find the other door. So no need to go to open the other door. Because AI you have in your hand and the tool is in your hand, you have mobile phone. The entire world is in your hand, in your fingertips. Anything you need, all solutions are available. But what solutions is required, what I have to type in the prompt, that is more matters a lot. A small mistake, a small word will change the entire programming logic. The entire logic will change. So what exactly you need and what is your query? If I'm asking something to AI, I'm having something in mind, but I'm requesting something in the while typing and something writing. Can you get the same thing? No. That is called as the AI. You have to learn practically, you have to experience, and you have to play with the tool. You have to play with the code. You got my point? See, please, I request you all, next 2 days, leave away from the mobile phone, away from the friend's call. 2 days you dedicate. 100% you will be placed in a very good company after your graduation. Before you get graduation degree, you will be placed in a good company. These 2 days will change your life. If with interest, if you give 100% in the lab, and you whatever queries you have, make a list today. Once you go back to home today, whatever you learn, and whatever the queries you have, make a list. Next day morning you should fire on the professor, on the trainer side. Sir, these are the queries I have. These are the things I tried at my practice at home, and still I couldn't able to do it. Please kindly help me out. He will help you out. He will help you 100%. And next day is 2 days you have to learn perfectly whatever you don't teach in the classroom or in the lab. Please take it very positively and sit and practice. Go back to home and spend some time. And whatever you learn, you try to implement one time at home. Then whatever the doubts you have, clarify next day. If you do it next 2 days, 100% you will clear your technical round in the industry. Whichever company you are going for, in campus or off campus, 100% will clear your interview. You can mention I have been a part of this workshop. I have learned these 2 days. You brief them what you learned in these 2 days, which will fetch you a good job in the industry. You got my point? Please take my word seriously. Next 2 days, please dedicate for yourself and complete it for this 2 days workshop. You got my point? Will you dedicate yourself? For whom you are doing? For us you are doing for New London College? Or you are doing for the trainer? No, you have come for yourself. You want to upgrade your skill set, you want to upgrade your knowledge, and you want to connect to the industry needs and wants. Wish you all the best. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The workshop is organized for 2 days. Today's program schedule goes like first, you would have a technical session on the basics of AI generating program, prompt engineering, APIs, and models. And then there would be a hands on workshop building your first generative AI application. Last but not the least, you would have an interactive session where you could ask all your questions to expand your knowledge, followed by a lunch break. As we are nearing to the end of the inauguration, I'd like to extend my thanks to our principal, Dr. Baswaraj Biradar, for his continuous support. I would also like to thank our guest, Mr. Raghu Prasad, for gracing us with your presence. And of course, thank you to all the young tech geniuses for joining us today. You will have a short break for 15 minutes. After the break, you all can move to Lab 1 in the other part of the basement. Now I request everyone to come forward for a group picture. I request everyone to stay. Kindly rise, everyone.
वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां शिष्यश्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमिता प्रमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
Why we played this song, you know? What is the reason? Means you are not connected to the our no, real world. You will not read the newspaper. You will not see the news. What is happening today? You are not connected to the today world. You know the basic question you will ask in interview. What is today when you are going for interview, when you are going to any place, you should know what is happening in the world. Please try to explore. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ರೀಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದಲ್ಲ, ರೀಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋದಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ, ವೈ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಟ್, ವೈ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡೇ ಟುಡೇ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡೇ ಟುಡೇ, what exactly today, what we you know what is this day today, what is special day? Thursday. Friday is Juma, pray with you. Thursday Sai Baba, Friday Bhavani. It is all not the matter. You should connect to the real world. What is the environment today when we celebrate? What is the traffic policy? What is the many days. This is the 150th commemoration of the day after the Vande Mataram. 150th year. So this is a week, 1 week we have to celebrate. This is Vande Mataram song for any event which has to start from the Vande Mataram. This is the order given by the central government. 150th commemoration. This Vande Mataram is introduced 150 years back. So now it has to play. It has to be a remembrance of the Vande Mataram. Who has got the Vande Mataram? Song. Who was this? Come, we'll take a photo.
Everyone, please come forward for a group picture.
జియో ట్యాగిల్ కలవాలి జియో ట్యాగిల్
వీడియో
వీడియో
Okay, huh?
After these two batch, like 2 sessions will take.
Et on veut donc. ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೊಡಿತಾನೆ ಹಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ They told 2 batches. ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲೈವ್ ನಡೀತಿದ್ಯಪ್ಪ
இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணியிருந்தேன் காசு ஒம்பது பேர் மேட்ச்
కాల్ చేశారు ఎందుకు చేశారు
we are using this thing, right? So AC is a machine, projector is a machine, fan is a machine, right? And the way you commute to this college for the workshop is also a machine. So mostly those machines are what? Like they are programmed to do so. That means you any program what you do in any program there are three things, right? One is the input, process and the output, right? So the process is nothing but the logic. You give some input and then with the process you are getting an output. That is what is the regular programming we do. So what we thought is all these machines are good. Can I make a machine which can think like me, which can act like me, which can actually reason like me? That is what we wanted to do. So that is led to artificial intelligence. Can I make a machine to use the cognitive function of a human being, right? That is what we wanted to do. So that's why Chitti the Robo, you film, you watch, no? Rajnikant movie. Okay. So what Rajnikant wanted to do? He wanted to get what you can call, just 1 minute, my assistant. Hello? Banya. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್ ನಡೀತಿದೆ, ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, so what we wanted to do, like we wanted a machine to think like this, act like this and all. So that is what we wanted to do, right? Madam, one assistant from my assistant is coming, just so that is what we wanted to do, right? But the program what we do, like we have to write the logic, we have to write everything. The machine is having a computing power, that's what it is going to do. Can I make a machine think like this, act like this and all? That is where artificial intelligence started. For why we are thinking like this? Because we have been trained from the time we are born. We have been trained, right? We have been trained to do so. That's why. So we are able to do so, right? Suppose you think, if you have a lot of data, and then if you have some historical data, if I give the data to us, with the data we try to understand some pattern and then we are trying to act accordingly. Meaning, for example, let us say doctor. A doctor become really good if he sees more patient, right? Because what he will do, whenever a patient comes, he won't give an injection, right? What he will do? He will first check for the symptoms. Once you give the symptoms, what will happen in his mind? Before he gives the treatment, what will happen inside his mind is, already you would have seen some people, already you would have studied, if he is a just junior engineer getting into a hospital, already you would have seen some people, right? With this symptom, this is the tablet he has given, or this is the injection he has given, right? That is what he is going to do. And is it going to solve the problem? Maybe or may not be. That's why he said, next, what the doctor will do? Come and meet me after 5 days. He's not sure, right? Why? Because he wanted to experiment on you, right? He is going to experiment on you, but as the experience goes, he will try to understand these patterns in a better way, symptoms in a better way. He has the historical data in the sense, oh, this scenario, this is what happened. So we have Anand with us and he will also help you in the practicals. Okay? So historical data, he will become better and better because with a lot of data, he will try to understand the pattern and he becomes better and better. Same thing is applicable to any profession, any politician or any lawyer or your professor, teacher also. Maybe first time when they come as a fresh lecturer, maybe even though they studied better, but they start interacting with the student, they know like how student behaves and how she has to interact with the student, she or he become better and better, right? So can we do the same thing with the machine? So that is what is machine learning. What is machine learning? Artificial intelligence is to mimic the intelligence of a human being to basically to make our life better. That's what is artificial intelligence. It has branches, right? One is the machine learning and then you have the deep learning. What is machine learning? The machine is going to learn if you have a lot of data, if you feed a lot of data to a machine, and with that data, can a machine can understand a pattern in the data and then it is going to do something. As I said, either you can do classification or regression, right? So this is called machine learning. We all underwent machine learning in a different way, not using this particular terminology. Let us say in your house, you may be having your brother's kid or sister's kid or uncle auntie's kid who is 4 years old or 3 years old and all. How do you teach them to learn all the vegetable, fruits and all? How do you teach them? Remember, you have a very thick book. In that thick book, what is written? A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. We call them as the label data. What is the label data? Label is written. Image is also there. A is also written. Apple is also written. But that kid with 3 years, he don't know alphabet, right? But still going to look at the image, look at the alphabet, and then they say, okay, this is A for apple. This is what exactly machine learning is going to do. Yes, you train the machine with lot of data. You know the input and the output. It will try to figure out the pattern in that, and it will try to do either a classification or regression. That is what it's going to do. That is what we call it as a machine learning. So that means that's what I was telling in the morning. Like, we need lot of data. More and more data you put, more and more training you give, then it becomes better, right? So how Virat Kohli has become better? Because he has played a lot of balls in the nets, right? Then only he has become good T20 player, right? You say Sachin Tendulkar, he was telling, he used to go to the nets in the morning. He does not have a fixed time. Let us say he goes to the net in the morning 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock I have to return. What he said? Till the time I find myself doing well today, then only I will return back. That means more and more practice he has done, right? Similarly, same thing applicable to the machine learning. In a machine learning, what we have basically three kinds of things. One is called supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, and reinforcement machine learning. What is a supervised machine learning? You teach the kid A for apple. Who is the supervisor? The person who is teaching, right? They are the supervisor. It could be their parents, it could be uncle, auntie, or it could be your cousin, or whatever it is, right? They are trying. So you have a label data. With the label data, you say A for apple. This process is called training. Now what is testing? You have trained the kid. Now you have to test out, right? When you have to test out, again, you can use the same book, and let us say one more kid from the neighbor will come into your house, and then they will say, okay, use the same book and say, the parents in India are very interested. No, they wanted to showcase. Oh, my daughter or son is learning so much. Right? Beta, aajao bolo, A kya likha hai? What is written here? It's say A for apple. Oh, she is happy. That means the kid which is trained, right? They are able to. When you show the book again, they are able to identify that particular thing. This is one of the tests. But if you use the same book for both training and testing, what will happen? The kid will do what? The kid will